go. Let's get the training up. Let's go.
Rejoice. After I have absorbed you and your sister, the result will be the ultimate life form. Yes, my perfect form attained at long.
Shut the hell up. I'm not gonna stand back and let you absorb me. What's wrong? What's wrong? No more screwing around. Take this! You're getting on my nerves. What's wrong?
Idiot.
Quit trying that, 17. Come on. Barrier safety. It's over. Yeah, y'all, it's really not even a point of my preference anymore. It's just strictly an observation at this point. GT fans they started to hate Toriyama. Y'all think I'm tripping? Does anybody think that I'm bugging with this? Feel free to tell me if you think I'm bugging with this. But the way I see it is, it was GT fans that got so angry at the canon and got so angry at the story that they started to get mad at anybody furthering the story. You hear everything from this should have ended like this to Dragon. When you hear people saying, "Oh, just bleeding Dragon Ball dry for the money," you don't give a damn about Dragon Ball's pockets. You never have. This is just you crying, looking for something to try and invalidate it with. I've seen people do this a lot when they lose, and it's the best thing ever when that person told you you didn't stand a chance against them, right? So we didn't stand a chance. Us Dragon Ball Super fans were stupid, but y'all the ones crying and dissatisfied. Dragon Ball Super fans are genuinely happy right now. So really, in hindsight, Dragon Ball Super won, and the people who had problems with the fans for enjoying that which they enjoy, y'all niggas took the healthiest L or the unhealthiest L that you could have ever took. That's why I said Dragon Ball GT fans are kind of mad at Toriyama. They were kind of mad at Toriyama. When I realized it, that's when I started exposing it in the content just by kind of like paying attention to the things people say just enough. Okay. Get out, Bert. Get out, Bert. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get it out. You got caught it. Uh-oh. Ooh, caught me. Damn, I messed that up. Nope, we're not going for that.
absorbed. On we go!
Getting grabbed. Fuck you talking about?
Now that that's out of the way, it's time to search for 18.
Nigga got one thing on his mind. Yeah, y'all, man. I was skeptical about Daima too, y'all. I was like, whatever. But once I heard it was 20 episodes, 20 some episodes, I really felt like, how could I be mad? It's 20 episodes. They're gonna be wished back to normal. Everything. You know how many things are consistent with the, even before we had the official confirmation that Daima was connected, which it is. And we've already gotten that confirmation. It was still like, so they're gonna get turned back to normal. Cool. So I think they realized what a mistake it was to have, played it the way they played it initially. I really do. I think they realized what a mistake that was.
Okay.
They said, nah, man, he got to get turned back into an adult because, what are we doing here? So they turn him back into an adult. Everybody goes back into an adult, and it becomes a nice little chapter that, this is how it should have been. This is exactly how it should have been.
Don't think this'll be easy.
They go through the adventure, they get turned back to normal, and they continue on. That's why it was dope. We got to see Super Saiyan 4 Goku as a little kid, but he got turned back to normal, and we got to see adult Super Saiyan 4. That was dope as well. Come on, man. They did things the right way. They really did. Super Saiyan 4 is not Super Saiyan God.
What's going on here?
Concept of God is stronger than Uzaru variant.
There's no need to rush this. Let's enjoy.
Can't believe it took us this many years of playing around as if GT fans didn't understand that, but they did. It was lying the whole time. Goku Black, come on.
Get ready to see my real strength. What a fool. I'll kill you just as you wanted.
I could keep it real with you. That's gonna cost him. That's gonna cost him.
What do you think of this color? Is it not beautiful? Get ready to see my real strength. I'm not done yet. Retribution.
Man, it's like managing to get me just every time I get ready to do something, it happened like a second earlier. It's like constant hiccups. You hit me with a move earlier. You're not gonna dodge all of mine. Have a seat. Gohan said, "You ain't gonna get no trouble to my pops." Y'all see how many times he just teleported every attack? And teleport that. How did that get off target? Already vanishing. Like just vanished, man.
I'm starting to feel as strong as I used to be. Thanks for all your help.
Thanks for all your help. We could do better than that, though. We could do. What's good with you, Brody? We could do way better than that. All right. You come in, meat riding the moves. Get your back blown out. Always trying to revenge counter your way out of something. I don't know why I did that, because it's gonna be too slow. That would have been overkill anyway. Oh no, he was stuck.
Let's read something. See you around.
I won't go.
Kept you waiting, huh? Let's go.
As soon as he saw me drawing that kickback, he knew it was a free shot. Yeah, 17. What's up?
I was hoping for better.
Get your weak ass out of here.
You're a worthy rival. I'm ready for more when you are.
Mhm. Let's do that again. I'm gonna put this down this time.
What's going on here, but this ought to be a real interesting. What is this? All right, let's go. It's time to win.
Yeah, we hitting him with it.
Let's replay something. See you around. Here it goes. It's time to win. I'm not done yet. Kept you waiting, huh? Let's win. Let's go. That's what you get. What? I was hoping for better. That's what you get.
Let's drop him. Let's drop him. Nigga just did not want to get hit with the move. Nigga just kept, he just kept letting that nigga get the block off.
What's wrong?
You're done.
Just so you know, I went easy on you.
Yeah, y'all. I'm sitting up. I'm looking at the channels. Like, really get into that. Don't just listen to what a person say at one point in time. Really look at their channel and see, like, is this what they've been doing? Was they doing anything different when the situation was different? Or is this just something that they maintain doing no matter what? Sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes a nigga just maintaining what, and you gotta, the inability to adapt is a sign of being intellectually delayed. If you keep seeing something and seeing that this keep happening, you keep doing it, something, that might just be telling us something about you, right? If you keep saying something and you keep getting proved wrong every baby step you take through the claim, and you still act like you ain't caught on yet, something might be up. You might have an issue.
You'll see. I'll protect everything. And
Let's see what kind of dialogue these niggas got.
Let us begin. Planning on quitting?
you wish. I finally have the power I need to protect the people important to me.
Gave that nigga a dig about what happened for the cell shit.
Useless.
Giving up.
Time to finish this. So that's how it's gonna be. It's over. Wide open.
Right
Time to finish this. I'm not gonna hold back.
enough.
Say your prayers.
Ooh, he got up out of there.
I'm not gonna hold
The way that they go flying into the air always look comical to me. That's always crazy. I just thought about something. You guys think that it's possible that Piccolo sending Gohan home in the Cell Saga was done narratively so that Gohan didn't get a dosage of the beats from the androids like everybody else?
It's not like I didn't warn you. Yes, I could use a little extra.
I went to the wrong one. So yeah, Gohan would have gotten destroyed immediately. Yeah. I'm like, him being sent home, maybe that was so that he wasn't with the group. Because we know they was heading toward that ass beating. You're gonna keep trying that. Like, they will vanish spam the hell out of you until it works.
What a drag. Here we go.
But the thump your ass. Come on.
You'll see the difference between us.
Nigga was trying to hold off with counters and side steps. Nigga was trying to hold off with counters and side steps, man. Come on, man. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me. Yeah, man. I think that some of the things that irritate me the most are, you know, I get irritated with 17 fans, with them constantly trying to rise his power scaling above where he's at. But the Android 18 fans are downright shameless. These niggas will continue to try to boost her power scaling above everybody. I got niggas talking about she probably ain't that much weaker than Goten and Trunks. Nigga, what? Goten and Trunks been rocking her ever since they humiliated her in the Mighty Mask fit. There's literally zero chance that she can deal with either of those boys. You know, for Android 18, no less. Somebody who don't even train. Somebody who don't even feel the need to fight unless she getting paid for it. She don't even feel the need to fight. The Android 18 fans stay talking about her as if she wasn't flinching and covering her eyes from Kato Pesla in his super suit like Frozone. That man mode changed her ass and mode changed her whole car. Somebody who was weaker than Android 16, no match for Android 16. And then the nigga just say, oh, you don't, I hate that. You don't think that person is any stronger than they used to be. You can't use that line to fit them into a place above somebody else because they had to be getting strong too. So you just refuse to allow Android 18 to be any weaker than certain characters. No, this is clearly a lack of respect issue. You have no respect for Goten and Trunks, and therefore you don't want her placed under them. Like, homie was telling me, like, I personally feel like Goku and Vegeta at the point, that 18 was smacking them up, beat the mess out them boys. I'm like, what are you talking about? Beat the mess out them boys. Not a chance. Not a chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't think it ever revealed that she trained in Super. I watched through all of Super. It never said she trained. She just fought. But they never said she trained. They might have complimented her and said, you know what I'm saying? But no, 18 has never been said to train, except in the instance where we saw her, like, playing with Krillin. But that was more so Krillin was trying to get in shape, and it was an entire event. He had bought weights, and basically he hadn't been training, and this was him trying to change things up. So really, she don't do no training, not even in Super. She like, unless I'm getting paid, there's no need for it. And honestly, I think Android 18, I think her and Krillin practice combination moves. That was it. Her and Krillin practice tag team moves like that little volleyball energy blast mess that they planned. But train, by the time that the Tournament of Power was told, by the time she found out about the Tournament of Power, it was about to happen in under a day. She ain't trained. Android 18 still the same. 18. Android 18 still the same. 18. Like, if Android 18 is an iota stronger than what she was in the Cell Saga, it hasn't surpassed her through. She hasn't surpassed anybody. She hasn't changed the power scaling of where she was at. Like, she ain't gotten no stronger. Now, Android 17, he trained. He feel the need to do that. So he got a little bit stronger. Of course, people exaggerate his strength in the Tournament of Power, but it is what it is. But Android 18, no, she was not training. She was not training. And they said so. So it's kind of like, who did she get stronger than? Is she surpassed Piccolo? Was she get stronger than Majin and Vegeta? She got stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku without training. She's stronger than Fat Boo. Like, come on, man, these niggas try to bump her up over Fat Boo, Super Boo, Boo Tinks, Kid Boo. They tried to bump her up. These niggas is talking at this moment like Android 18 could have performed better than Goku did against Beerus in Battle of Gods. Like, no, she can't. The fact is that if she fight against any of our Z Warriors, they will not hit her hard. Like, they will not try to hurt 18. Like, that's a fact. That is Krillin's wife, and therefore she just don't get brutalized no more. Only one who trained between her and Krillin was Krillin beforehand. 18 is definitely still about the same. Agreed. And me and Spice don't always agree on everything, but agreed. Yes. They did their little practice, little combination moves, but nah, she don't train. She basically the same as what she always was. And if she is any stronger than what she was, she still ain't surpassed nobody. It ain't changed the power scaling of who she'd be behind and who she didn't surpass Goten and Trunks. She didn't surpass Piccolo. She ain't surpassed Gohan. And you need it, you know what I mean? Like, she ain't have that. I remember people used to act like that all the time, and they used to get mad at me because I would say that the boys was way stronger than Android 18 could ever hope to be. And this was even in the Buu saga. and niggas was getting mad at me, and I was like, Goten and Trunks dominate her, bro. Like when I looked into the manga and I saw that they were holding back in that blast they shot at her and how scared she got, and then Goten told him like fire a bigger one or fire it faster this time. Like, whoa, he can still fire another one. Whoa, he was holding back. Whoa, she shot herself over that. You know, like once you saw that that was the case, and they was like, be careful so you don't kill her, right? Like they was worried about not killing her. And Goten was like, not too strong on her. Like, I got it. I knew what was up. When I saw that Trunks kicked Fat Boo and he went through all those mountains, when I saw Super Saiyan 2, Gohan kick Fat Boo and he didn't go 10 feet, and this was a Gohan that was trying to rescue the Supreme Kai. Like, he was trying to save Supreme Kai with that kick. Yo, Android 18 head coming off if Trunks kick her like that. Shoot, let's be honest. If Rusty Gohan kick Android 18, she's through. Like, let's give him something. Let's give Gohan the respect that I've always been in favor of giving him the respect he deserves, that he actually has. He one shot in 18. And let's Gohan slip up and pull I missed that earring. She will never touch him. He's far beyond Android 18. Like, nah. So when I look and he didn't do what Trunks did, Android 18 don't want no smoke from them boys. That's another thing. Homie told me if it was Goku, he said Android 18 back in the Android saga would pack up Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and they beating the mess out them boys. And I said, no, they're not. Right? Remember when Vegeta let Trunks spar him in the gravity room? This is Vegeta 7 years later, way stronger than what Gohan was. Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan, way stronger. And Super Saiyan Vegeta was like, if you can land a punch on me, just one punch. So clearly he's like, I'm not intending to land a punch, to let you easily land a punch. And he scratches him. Yes. Premise said, I mean, Kid Trunks being able to land that punch on a much stronger Vegeta is a feat. Yes. He manages to scratch. So if you go all the way back to normal Super Saiyan Vegeta before the Room of Spirit and Time training, and you mean to tell me he not at least gonna punch that Vegeta all in his face over and over and over again? No, he beating that Vegeta ass. Being able to scratch the version of Vegeta that he scratched, because normal Super Saiyan Vegeta would have never touched Super Vegeta. That's a fact. This Vegeta is way stronger than that. Trains all the time. And I get it. Like those boys that become Super Saiyans, he didn't even realize that. But he knew he was in Super Saiyan form. This is his son. Son managed to, yeah. So if this was Vegeta way back then, Trunks would kill him for real. Just because Vegeta was prepared for Trunks and he still was surprised. So if you make this a Vegeta who is way weaker, Trunks gonna piece him up. I mean, Trunks was holding back on Android 18 and she was scared. He scared Android 18 more than Vegeta did, and he was on the shoulders of you know what I mean? He was on the shoulders of Goten. And like I said, man, in the hood, if they piece you up on each other's shoulders, man, oh man, just please just piece me up individually. You know, if I can't, anybody that engage with me in combat sports, if I can't mess with you to the extent that you piece me up on the homie's shoulders, please just spare me and piece me up individually. You know, don't get out here on a unicycle, ducking and dodging me. You can't touch me. Dusted me on a unicycle, dusted me on each other's shoulders in a costume with homemade eye holes and complaining that they can't see and wobbling. Whoa, to the left, go to the left. No, she's no match for either of those boys. She was no match for She 17. She was no match for 17. And Piccolo was even with 17. Neither of these niggas was any match for Perfect Cell. Android 16 was like, shit, 17 and 18, y'all weak. Right? So it's so many levels between there and between, hey, I kicked Fat Boo. Your ability to knock Fat Boo off his feet is crazy. But Android 18 fans want to bring her up even now in Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, no, I don't think that. You don't think Caulifla beating up Android 18? You're smoking. Caulifla dusting her. I don't care if Caulifla is a brawler. She is an adapter. She isn't. You don't think Goku would have whooped Android 18 while he was tired? Man, please. He would have whooped Android 18. Android 18 is not surviving a single punch if any of the Z Warriors decided. She is actually like top of low tier. Well, she was. But now that Piccolo and Gohan have transformed, Android 17 is like top of low tier. Low tier God. Hey, low tier God. Am I wrong? Is Android 17 low tier or not now? Can somebody please tell me this? Is Android 17 low tier or not? He low tier now. Think about it. Because you got Master Roshi in the action, so we got to consider Master Roshi a part of the fighters now. Of course, Chaozu is there. I hate to throw him in there, but you got Chaozu. You know what I mean? You got Yamcha. You got Tien. You got Roshi. You got Krillin. Okay? And you got Android 18. At that point, she was the top of low tier to me. But now that Piccolo, and by the way, in a tournament of power, I personally, and I get it, everybody don't agree with this. I personally think Piccolo could still beat Android 17. I just think that Android 17 had more time to shine, and it makes it misleading because we saw Piccolo teaming up with Gohan a lot. So you didn't really get to see Piccolo fighting many people individually to gain those feats where, you know, if we was worried about Piccolo, we could have got a Piccolo versus Dispo. A Piccolo, I think Dispo would have whooped him. You know what I mean? But I think that under the right circumstances, and they created circumstances where somebody was tired, where this was happening. I think Piccolo could get on Android 17. I think it's more to him. But they settled out for the Gohan and Piccolo. They was like, there's no way we running a tournament of power and not running Gohan and Piccolo together. Right? Which I was okay with that. But now that they got these transformations, Android 17 is not mid-tier. I feel like Piccolo, the premise said, I feel like Piccolo getting eliminated before 17. The TV screen ain't showing everything, but yeah, hold on, wait, let me go so that I can see. You know, I didn't get to see the full comic yet, but I'm gonna get there and then I'm gonna check it out. But Piccolo, I wanted a Piccolo and 17 team up for real, but the Piccolo, I appreciate that Piccolo saved 18. That was nice. That was weird to see Piccolo interact with 18, tell 18, like, 18, get down. She jumped down while Piccolo used his power to. Piccolo is way stronger than 18. 18, get down. She get down, Piccolo like, boom. Shit. If 18 was stronger than Piccolo, what's the point in Piccolo doing that when 18 could do it and not get tired? What's the, you know, 18 get down so that this don't hurt you. She's low tier. Low tier God. Y'all so tired of that joke. Okay, you said, I feel like Piccolo getting eliminated before 17 was a lot of BS, to be honest. Yes, that made me feel some type of way as well. I would have loved to see more individual Piccolo. I would have loved to see more individual Piccolo. That would have been crazy, right? But Dragon Ball like to give the, you know, eventually they want to show the development made from the person who was on the other side. So 17, you know, it was like, we got 17 back. We got to show people why we brought 17 back. We got to make it worth it. If 17 come back as a fighter and he is scrub, people will be like, why? If Frieza come back and he don't do nothing, people will be like, why? It wasn't justified. It wasn't validated. That's why they could make Fat Boo sit out and yeah, Fat Boo got some pretty OP abilities that would have been, but somebody would have got him up out of there. Or somebody would have had an ability for him. Dr. Rhoda had something he was trying to tell us about. My special ability is she'd have got him up out of there, man. We still don't know what that ability is. But there was all types of people holding back because not to kill their opponents. So this means that, you know, I specific, like case in point, when Frost was going in on Roshi, I believe Frost expressed his frustration at the fact that it was so hard to not kill Roshi. I think that's a problem too. I gotta selectively choose a level of attack that don't instantly annihilate this dude who, to be honest, is no match for me, right? And like it's saying, what's good with you, man? What's good? How you feeling? You know, I think that's a problem in the Tournament of Power as well. How do I attack this guy who literally is nothing compared to my power level without destroying him? And without that finesse, Master Roshi done piece you up a quick couple of times. Landing punches, landing punches. You know, even Jiren got ducked in the manga real quick by Master Roshi, and people, you know, feel some type of way about that. No, you're not late, Brody. You right on time, man. Feel free to ask whatever questions you want to ask. I'll answer them as best as I can. Make sure that y'all making use out of the live streams because, you know, I ain't a super big streamer, but I can get back into it if we actually arrange in here. I thought some of y'all could become some mods for me and we can really start having these conversations together for real. Yeah, I think the Tournament of Power, they showed a lot of dynamics. It was a couple I wish that they would have made room for. It was a couple I wish they would have made room for. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shoot, man. People talking crazy, and it's like, you know, we got characters in Dragon Ball Super like a Sagambo. A Sagambo would park a throne in Dragon Ball GT and start swirling wine. Do you think the DBS remake, they're going to go with one of the manga? Hold on, wait, let me see so I can read the full thing. They're going to go 1-1 with the manga. No, I don't. I think that it's going to be the anime remastered looking good. That's exactly what I think. It's just going to be the anime remastered. And that'll make us excited because I think they cleaning everything up. They heard everybody dissing Super and they letting you know, like, no, Super mean a lot to us and we're going to do everything there is to shut up the haters, you know? So I honestly think that that's what's going to happen. I think it's a total remaster. The only thing I'm thinking might change, which it probably won't change because it's already sufficient as it is perhaps Goku might, if they did anything different, Goku turning Super Saiyan 4 against Beerus, or stating something about having another transform. Maybe he'll say something about it, but it's not needed because I got knocked out before I could use it. It's always viable. Beerus knocked me out before I could use it. Oh, well, why didn't you use it immediately? Because I was having nearly zero success. And so I was basically searching for that success before using my final card, or I know it's a wrap for me. He knocked me out before that was possible. Remember when Goku was like, or no, when Kefla was like, it was either Kefla or Caulifla was like, I would hate for you to get knocked out before you start showing your real power. And Goku said, yeah, I'd hate that too. Right? So she told him, like, you better power up now before you get dropped, which can happen. It's a thin line. Ooh, hands slipped off the controller. Let's get it. Yeah, but I'm hyped, man. I ain't got no proficiency with this character. This is like the first or the second time I've ever used him. I know I'm betraying my fan base. Enlighten. I'm betraying my fan base.
How shall you entertain?
As long as I'm not fighting somebody from Super. If I'm fighting somebody from Super and winning, I might just have to rage quit for the opponent. I'm really not like that though. I'll play with a GT character. I'll play with a GT character on the game. It don't, I can play with a character on the game and still know that this character would get whooped by a super character in the show. I ain't Poindextered out that much. Like, well, actually, this character would never win against. I ain't doing all that. Yeah. I ain't played fighters in so long. What the hell just happened? I definitely countered that. They played like, no, they tried to play around.
Maybe I've become too strong.
I think I've played MUI Goku 2 times. I think I've barely played with MUI Goku. Maybe like 2 times, 5 at the most, I feel like. I literally barely play with MUI Goku or UI Omen. There might be a way of finding out on here.
Where to then?
Let's look. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, hi, Goku. Great to see you.
Yeah, man. So, y'all want to talk about any YouTubers in particular? Is there any YouTubers in particular that y'all want to address? Look, here you go. Player stats. Top 3 characters used. Vegeta and Super. I didn't really think he was the one I was using the most. That's crazy. Honestly, I thought I used Goku more. Why is it 4.8%? It looked like I did use it more, but it says second. Vegeta. No way. No way. I don't believe these records no more. I don't believe these records no more. You think Super Vegeta is the he said Super's Vegeta. Yeah. And I actually get out there and fight. I don't be Gamma Burst flashing people. Let's see. Goku Z is Super Saiyan 3 is my character, I guess, with the highest combo. You know what I think? I think End of Z with Vegeta would be so much better if they didn't substitute more like counter abilities for him, and they didn't give him enough rush moves. I hate that they didn't diversify his damage Super Vegeta. Like, I don't believe these. I really do not believe these, y'all. Most used world tournament fighters, Super Buu Gohan Absorb. Like, is somebody else playing my game behind my back? Ranked DP is Goku from Super. Most used player match fighters, Golden Frieza. They say we'll be able to change the moves in the big update this summer. I had no idea. That's dope, premise. That's dope. Me and you will have to run the hands and get some training on Sparking Zero soon. Hello. I've never heard of that, Enlighten. I've never heard of that. Hey, man, I greatly appreciate y'all actually coming into the live stream, because I'm sure y'all notice my streams normally don't be popping. But if y'all start popping up more often, man, I'll start making sure to jump on here all the time, because, we could be having conversations, man. It's a lot of stuff that be going down, and I want to tell y'all about everything, but I want to tell y'all about what y'all interested in. So make sure y'all letting me know what it is you're trying to see, because I don't mind addressing nothing. Like y'all remember it was some false copyright strikes. That's the reason why my views started going down, but that's supposed to slowly go back to normal within time. So we riding it out, doing what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Can't look mega toxic or anything like that in order for the views to go back up totally. And that was another thing that I was addressing with people when it came down to that entire situation with the BBL brothers. You know, they talked all types of mess about my views. They're not doing any views any better than mine right now. It's like 26, 30, 40 views over a month or so, right, of their content. My views diminished because false copyright strikes. But I think really what diminished the BBL brothers' views was and by the way, I've been sparing them. I've got dreadful information that will absolutely dog walk these niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even look at their content, right? You know, as far as what Tony was saying and everything, I don't look at their content. I just talk about them whenever I want to, right? They've already threatened to sue me multiple times. That didn't happen. So, you know, they've already tried to play victim by using logic that didn't make sense, that they never applied. Like, you know, so I don't even take anything that's said seriously at this point. I don't even take any of it seriously. You know, but I think what diminished, that's what I was going to say. I think, honestly, what diminished BBL Sasuke's views was the community posts. Honestly, that's just authentic speaking about it. I honestly think it was the community posts that diminished his views. Those things are crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's ways that people been reacting to Dragon Ball Super being so expensive and doing this thing. And none of that is helping those niggas. You know, when I was looking at Battle Memes by Omari, I did a video a long time ago actually discussing that and saying like, hey, bro, Battle Memes was saying he went on a try doxing Jazzy. I've never actually heard Jazzy before. I've been hearing the name recently, but I don't really know who Jazzy is. I don't really know who Jazzy is. And that's what I said, man. You can't be in the community post spazzing out. Look, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. Since the entire ordeal started, I haven't been looking at those community posts. I refuse to read them all. I'm not reading all of those. That's ridiculous. I just consider it a dub that I could even make somebody have to type like that. Man, I wish I could play Spark of Zero, but I don't have a console. Man, yeah, you got to get at it. It's all right, man. I'm looking forward to a lot of the updates. They adding OG Dragon Ball characters too. Yeah, that's dope, man. But they holding Ultra Ego Vegeta for last, and I can tell. Oh, he's slipping. That revenge counter is like the ultimate bailout for computer. Yeah, got in there. They got a move that doesn't have a name yet, but it looks like Budokai 2 story or Budokai Tenkaichi 2 story with the free. Hold on, wait, let me get over here so I can see what y'all saying. My bad. They adding OG Dragon Ball characters too. That'll be dope. He said, same here, LOL. I don't have a PS5 or PC, just a P4. Premise said, and they have that mode that doesn't have a name yet, but it looks like Budokai Tenkaichi 2 story with the free roam around the world or something. Enlightened saying said, yeah, I really wish I could play. By the way, I hope DBS remake keep Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken for Goku. Maybe on a perfected Blue Kaioken Goku. Well, here's the thing. The series is still continuing. So this ain't invalidating nothing. This is literally a remaster. So yeah, it'll be in there. It'll be in there. Otherwise, the Tournament of Power would have an entirely different end to it. It wouldn't, you know what I mean? It would have an entirely different end to it. I think those guys was hoping that would happen too. That way they could try to invalidate that Dragon Ball Super is still canon, but then Dragon Ball Super still continues. So it's like, as long as it's continuing, you cannot make that claim. It hurt these guys bad. I promise you it did.
I'll hit you with everything I've got.
Forget it. Let's try it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go for top messages and
I won't disappoint you. Let's do this.
let's get the Kappa mode.
You get overwhelmed. There's no shame in calling it quit.
Look, Gohan, I always want to tell somebody about quitting like that ain't what he did in the Cell Saga. Ooh, he not playing.
Is this all?
Countered after the first touch. That's how you know when computer not playing with your ass. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Damn, he is countering everything.
Leave the rest.
Time to finish this.
As soon as you touch him, he counters it. Like, you will not do much to him, but we're going to keep going at it. Goodness gracious, go somewhere, Gohan.
Time to finish this.
I was so scared that I was going to drift into the way of that beam.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Kongba.
All right, let's play defensively real quick. See if we can pull this off. He ain't going for it. That ultimate body on him be ridiculous too. Like they be wearing that out. I didn't know you could do it with two. So I was looking at the Z Broly movie, and I said, so you mean to tell me with everybody's energy, Goku couldn't land a blow and was just get bodied? But when Vegeta gave his energy, Goku one shot and killed that nigga? Man, you can't hurt him because of ultimate body.
I promise to work hard.
Try to keep up your time. Is this all?
This is nothing.
Ooh, I should have went normal Super Saiyan. Let's go.
Hit you with everything I've got.
Get your ass out of here.
I want to get stronger so I can protect everyone.
Yeah, so Vegeta give his energy into. Hold on, wait. Let me read this comment real quick. Herman said, well, to be honest, the anime made it seem like they perfected it earlier. What I hope is they redo the Goku Black arc like how it is in the manga. Enlightened Saiyan said, one thing I personally want to see in the remake is both the anime and manga version of Infinite Zamasu. It'd be like Zamasu taking over the whole timeline while also cloning Infinite Merge Zamasu clones. You know what I mean? Man, that was another thing that I was thinking. Spirit Fission would have, if Spirit Fission was in that story, Spirit Fission would have knocked that whole story out of play. With Zamasu fusing, Spirit Fission would have separated them. Spirit Fission is so massively overpowered. It's really unique for Vegeta to have. That don't mean that we won't eventually see a fusion or something like that. If somebody else manages to learn Spirit Fission or something of that nature, then they could perhaps negate it from happening, is what I was thinking. Hold on. That's what I was considering. But, man, they gave Vegeta... I lightweight think that Vegeta can kill Beerus.
Okay, see ya.
His life is connected to the Supreme Kai. His life is literally connected to the Supreme Kai. That's possible too, Spice. You know, or create a situation where it can't work, you know, where a specific person knows Spirit Fission and know how to prevent that from, you know, but like I said, Beerus over there being connected to Supreme Kai, that mean he can just end their life?
Give this one my best shot.
Since Beerus is connected to something outside that connection, and that connection is what allows him to stay alive. The Spirit Fission is like, to have God Key and Spirit Fission, man, it's crazy. Damn, he didn't even have no items on that character. But like I said, though, Beerus, you know, I'm sure Vegeta would be on the same thing that Goku was on. Like I would never do that to poof you out. I would fight you, right? Like it's what he would probably be on. Like Vegeta probably would never want to use Spirit Fission to just auto kill Beerus. He would just, even if it was between a fight, he would want to beat him. Yeah, I know that's actually funny. But to be honest, though, even though that moment was dangerous, Goku was never gonna kill the Supreme Kai. He would have incapacitated his whole ass. He would have incapacitated Supreme Kai. Supreme Kai would have been laying on the ground holding his face. Something about Goku for hovering above somebody and turning his ass around at his opponent, I do not like. I don't like when my character does that. Oh damn, I didn't mean to do that either. Oh well, we doing just fine. I kind of feel like this version of Goku's punches are like real blocky. Like that, like very close to the Spopovich type of animation for punching, and I hate it, by the way, because it's like he didn't all the way animate his movements to give him like faster punches. It just feels awkward and weird. But every time you try to add a direction in or press that triangle button, it's getting teleported with these guys. Like earlier, I was playing and somebody said, "Oh man, I see people just spamming the punch button and trying to pretend that they're good." And I'm like, first off, I'm on mission 100. Second off, these guys will teleport from the moment you press any variation. Second off, it's harder to play when I'm talking. But look, now you done pissed off Goku. Who playing with me, 16? You washed. Looking light and keep. He said, bro, GT Goku. Omari somewhere gritting his teeth together. GT Goku's flying kicks are weird. It's like he's using his ass or his tail for his flying kicks. Yeah, I hate that. I'm like, what in the Rebrienne? This nigga turning around booty bumping niggas? Come on, man.
This Goku's age does not
Come on, man. Mission 100 is like if you try to be flashy, you try to add in one of these, them little shit, yeah, they getting teleported. This ain't even, yeah, they getting teleported. This ain't even mission 100. So if I was on mission 100, it'd be teleporting me like nonstop. You can always hit that little backup to force them to follow you. Let me just transform before he forced me to block a revenge counter. Back up. Lock it again. Nigga. What you mean? Omari somewhere like, man, now he wants to play with a GT character. Omari kind of sassy, ain't he? Am I tripping? But I think Omari kind of, if you ever listen to the way he talk, He revenge countered his way out of an up combo.
Here goes.
Get your ass up off the floor. Yeah, yo.
Sorry to tell you this, but there's too much of a power gap between you and me.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, Mad Black Entertainment. He getting mad at people for enjoying Dragon Ball Super. He calling us losers. He calling Dragon Ball Super fans losers. He calling anime fans losers. This is something I wanted to talk to y'all about because I heard it. I heard Mad Black Entertainment say this on one of his videos. Mad Black Entertainment said he feel that anime is for losers. And he feel that anytime he was watching anime, when somebody that he actually cared about the opinion of, he turned off the anime because he didn't want them to see him watching it. He said when girls came over, he like, think about it, y'all. You got to turn off the anime when girls come over or girls come over and they, that's for losers. And this is what I said. I said, to be honest, based on my experience, the man that can, and I know this sounds cliche, but the man that can be himself in front of these girls is the man that's going to crack. Okay, you sitting over there turning off your TV, trying to prepare stuff, scared of these women that you kicking it with, is what it sounded like to me. To where some other nigga don't care what play on TV, what games he got in the house, what this, that, and the third. If she like him enough and she down for that action, she gonna come over there and say he ain't doing all that. Right? So what he basically told me is he personally is embarrassed around women and he be scared of what they gonna think about him. That's not a universal law for anybody watching anime. You feel me? That's not a universal law for anybody watching anime. Some niggas got girls come over and nigga done made a fart joke and all types of stuff. Don't care being himself. You thinking in your head, I'd have never had courage to say that around this baddie over here, but she like him because he doing what most niggas ain't trying to do, which is just being himself, and she liked him already. So there you go. But that's what excuse me, you tell on yourself when you say, oh, anime is for losers. Think about it. When girls come over, you turn that off because you don't want them to see because you don't want them to. I mean, some baddies is used to somebody treating them normally. And then there is a such thing as reading the room. Don't get it twisted. There is a such thing as reading the room. All right. So if somebody don't care about this stuff, if you in a room full of baddies, don't start talking about this if they don't care about that. Right. That's just reading the room. Yeah, that's just reading the room. Yeah, but it's the whole, if you watch anime, anime is for losers. And it's like, you watched it. You just told us you was watching anime. You was turning it off when girls came over because you was scared that they weren't gonna like you, basically. Otherwise, you wouldn't have cared. It wouldn't. And what you like, she ain't got to watch with you if she don't like it. But you hiding the fact that you watch it because she a baddie? And Mad Black Entertainment is 50 years old. And I don't hate on nobody for how old they is because we all gonna get old. So it is what it is. Enjoy your life while you're here and don't let nobody tell you what it is, right? But once you start, it changes. Rules change a little bit once you start calling niggas losers. Nigga, you got a channel talking about Dragon Ball the same way we do. You talk about it every day. The difference is you're mad when you talk about it. And I got some emotionally driven content just to roast shit, but you're genuinely upset at this show existing and at the fans over there enjoying themselves. And if you think that hides the fact that you like anime from baddies, you're wrong. Baddies can 100% see that you're mad that this anime exists and understand that you're massively invested. They just find out you're a GT fan. Him being ashamed of his former love of anime makes him a loser. Can't even brace himself. Exactly. Fact of the matter is you just explained that you think anime is for losers, but you can't stay away from it. The Dragon Ball Super fans enjoying themselves is just overwhelming your senses of feeling like, hey, this is lame. Right? You're getting drawn into it like Turbo got drawn into the Beacon and Wreck-It Ralph. You're getting drawn into it. You can't leave it alone. This is what I said about the GT fan. Not all GT fans. I gotta say this because some of y'all like GT and you ain't done nothing wrong. And you're not a bozo because you like GT. I don't like GT. I think it's ass. But you're not a bozo because you like GT. But you would be a bozo if you went to arguing that GT was better than Super for reasons that don't even exist in GT. You would be a bozo if you got so mad that you was disrespecting Toriyama's death over Dragon Ball Super being stronger than GT, that you would start telling lies in an attempt to confuse the casuals about the series of Dragon Ball. I think that's loserish, but when you're 50 years old, bro, when you're 50 years old and you call it other people losers, most of the people you talking to is younger than you. Come on, man. You 20, 30 years older than niggas. You 20, 30 years older than niggas jumping out here talking about you're losers. You said, what will this nigga do when Moro versus UI Goku happens? Watch him say something stupid. We've seen this in the manga. He said that. He said, when he saw that they said the Moro arc, he said, but is it anime or manga? I said, we already got the manga. We saw that. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh no, I didn't mean to pick Ginyu. I want to fight Ginyu. Oh no, wait. I guess I'll go at it with them. Man, I overwhelmed that team. I forgot who I picked. Yeah, come on, man. So we got all those situations. Exactly. He called me a loser on the video after seeing the video. I didn't really care that he was, but when I really looked into it, when I remember, like, he was like, fuck Toriyama. Somebody was like, why though? And he was like, 'cause fuck you, that's why. I'm like, you're 50 years old, that pissed off about Dragon Ball Super. Bro, just admit it. You're mad that something happened in the story that you didn't want to happen, and ever since then you got mad. Probably don't like Goku, maybe don't like Vegeta, maybe don't like them being as strong as they are. Like, there are some people who like Dragon Ball, but due to the hierarchy of other things that they like, they get mad when it's time to power scale Dragon Ball. I was talking about Fire Force Mark, Omega Mark doing that. Omega Mark was like, people, when it comes to power scaling, they always want to power scale instead of just, I don't know, picking up a book. And I said, what does that mean? Picking up a comic book. And I said, he didn't say manga. He said picking up a comic book. That indicated to me that what he was saying was people always want to power scale, but you could really just pick up one of the comics to see what the answer is. And so I identified he didn't have a problem with people having a discussion about how strong Dragon Ball was in comparison to other things. He just got a problem with Dragon Ball winning those power scaling debates. And that's why he say to just pick up a book, to basically pick up a comic book to, outdo that. But in that very video, he said people always want to, when you could just pick up a book, but, for the sake of it, we're going to power scale. And then he proceeds to power scale and tell people they don't know what they're talking about. So I'm like, what's the problem with power scaling it if you have the ability to do it then? And if you did it right here, you're just hating on Dragon Ball. Like, you like Dragon Ball, but when Dragon Ball go to winning these arguments, you get pissed off. I know it's a lot of people like that. And I think I like GT, but I don't like Super fans. They experience that. They know Super Saiyan 4 is weak as hell. Like, even they know Super Saiyan 4 is weak as hell. I guarantee you, if Goku and GT would have ditched Super Saiyan 4, came out with Super Saiyan God and nearly blew up the universe in a single punch, oh, they would have been talking crazy. Have you ever actually heard how people attempt to power scale the GT universe? I'm just saying, like, think of the things that they actually mention when power scaling it. These guys grasp straws. Omari's like, he was knocked out. He was knocked out while in Super Saiyan or in Super Saiyan 4. Hold on. There is another instance I just recently saw of somebody in Super Saiyan unconscious. I gotta look it up again. I gotta look it up again. And it might have been like a movie or something. I gotta check it out again. But yeah, it happened. So that entire thing was invalidated. Also, and it's not Goku sleeping with the Krillin throwing a rock, although that happened as well too. Although that happened as well.
You should join our ranks.
Oh, I think I got it on Ultra. That's why they putting up a fight like this. Okay, I got it. Yeah, because they be on you and you won't even have the time to swing. Get out of here, didn't you? Yeah, hold on, wait. Let me take a look at what y'all saying. Did he really say F? Yeah, he did. Mad Black absolutely said F Toriyama. I screenshotted it too. Sugar said this was crazy. This is crazy AF for him to say. Do got issues. GT fans are low key, kind of whack for saying how good Vegeta is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me see. Enlighten said, by the way, after taking closer look at DBS Beer's trailer, I realized that the universal punch is easily shown with more intensity than before. Let me see. Premise said I was arguing with somebody about who's better between GT and Super Vegeta character-wise, and he got destroyed. These people exposed themselves to have not even watched Super at all. Yeah, agreed. And it's like I always ask people. If we were all gonna like enter Dragon Ball world where we're gonna coexist with each other and everybody gets to choose, do you want the powers of Goku and Vegeta from Super, or do you want the powers of Goku and Vegeta from GT? And you gotta coexist in a world where other people are making the same choice. You're not picking GT. You're not. If you want to win, you're not picking GT. If you want to live, it's in that situation in Dragon Ball. Okay, in Dragon Ball, you cannot pick GT. I mean, what are we doing here? Like realistically, if you even theorized yourself being in the Dragon Ball world and talking to Whis, you would really be comfortable of telling him, like, man, that power that you talk about weak, Super Saiyan 4 or whooping. You tell Whis that to his face? Omari talking about Super Saiyan 4, GT Goku beat up Beerus and Whis in Super Saiyan 1. And it's like, you are so mad at reality that you saying things that you can't even have the ability to think because you've never seen Whis get beat up. You cannot power scale him. All you know is that he's infinitely stronger than anything you've ever seen in a Dragon Ball franchise before. Than any action you've seen, except maybe Omni King destroying the entire universe. But hey, Whis could destroy the whole universe if he wanted to. Like it ain't nothing, since we already saw Goku do that. The only advantage GT has is the fact it's 7 or 8 years post-Super, but that still doesn't mean their power is close to exactly. In fact, what we find out is that Toriyama raised the bar way above GT in Daima. Goku was struggling to hold his stamina because he was in that kid body. This is a disadvantage of his power, of his stature, Vegeta didn't have. When Vegeta got turned into a kid, and just like when Goku got turned into a kid, when Piccolo got turned into a kid, and when Vegeta got turned into a kid, they all went through a period of time of, hey, we are not used to this body yet, and my ability to fight and perform is still affected. And they spoke on it. Each one of them spoke on it. When it came down to Vegeta using Super Saiyan 3, he had also said he hadn't even got used to the body yet. So this is a Vegeta in his kid state of his body, and he ain't used to being in the kid state of the body, and he has 0 Super Saiyan 3 issues. Later on, when fighting Goma, they specified that it wasn't Super Saiyan 3 that he got tired off of. It was that he had already fought to 0 as a child and never got healed. That damage was still applied to him, which really makes you think. You turned into an adult and still turned Super Saiyan 3 at 0 and beat Goma the way you was beating him? Super Saiyan 3 stamina is not an issue at all. That's what you find out. His Super Saiyan 3 is not an issue. So better optimize. And the idea, this is where it bothers me, because people like Geekdom sit up and try to make elaborate conversations over every little thing, right, that they like. But when it comes down to understanding that, hey, these characters can learn increased optimization of their energy control. We saw Whis teaching them that. So are you arguing that their usage of Super Saiyan 3 would be the exact same as their usage in the Buu Saga would be the exact same as their usage after the Whis training, after the teaching them not to let their power leak out, keeping their foes in the dark, which, by the way, I believe is the main mechanic of why people can't sense God Ki. No, remember, it's not Super Saiyan 3, it's Ultra Vegeta 1. The power of Ultra Vegeta 1, like, yeah, no, they wild for that. They wild for that. But you want to know what that does to me? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. As far as being Vegeta and being like Ultra Instinct, huh? Ultra Instinct, huh? Okay. I came up with Ultra Vegeta 1. He a trendsetter. He didn't know. And they just changed all my characters. Hold up. You know, and then they conversation, you know, they just confirmed like Goku. You know, when I saw the ending, I laughed hysterically. I watched all through Daima with my fingers crossed that nothing would be said that they could use to try and lie. And we got to the end and I got everything I wanted. It was obvious. Goku tapped into Super Saiyan 4, he could do it again. Then we got Black Bulma and Geekdom talking about, even though he did it, we don't know that he could still do it. I'm like, bro, shut up. Man, shut up. You talking about, man? You just mad. You just mad that Super Saiyan 4 is benched. It's on the bench, bro. It's in the bleachers. Now they're going to use it whenever they want. Shavar Matner tried the same thing, bro. Still saying that they, like I said, they saw that Super has multiple continuations that are all canon, and they said, well, how come it's okay for Super but not us? Y'all could have easily let us have that explanation, let us use that for GT, and then GT could have still been canon, but it's like, and they told you no. And y'all mad at us because y'all got told no, and you like, Toriyama said it ain't canon. He didn't want it to be canon. It's a good thing, too, because the GT fans really tried to destroy his franchise over their love for Super Saiyan 4. We got transformations with so much more thought into them now. And even though people talking about, oh, design this, design that, the thought put into the mechanics of these forms, how to operate them, how to improve them, and the lore behind them is just absolutely dog walking that which existed for Dragon Ball GT or which didn't exist for Dragon Ball GT. I love doing that. You know, you got people that's just outright mad. Look at laughing stock media. Look at laughing stock media. He quit YouTube. He keep trying to come back and talk about the Cell Saga. At one point, he had somebody file a claim on me for artwork and basically said I could win these wars with people. And it's like, bro, the war that you have is with yourself. You're mad nobody's trying to read your damn book. You're pissed off that nobody's going to listen to you say that Super's not canon and GT is. And you're mad as hell because now you're not the smartest guy in the room and you can't even convince yourself that you are, so long as you're so pissed off that you've got to say things you know are false. We know they're false too. All right, Frieza is kind of pissing me off with this teleport vanish spam strategy. Get your little ass up out of here.
Frieza's defeated.
Guru. You know, it's a lot of them. I have fun pinpointing these content creators and saying, damn, you Saudi. You ain't, you didn't know?
Wow, this is getting exciting already.
You didn't know? You didn't know that we was going to absolutely obliterate? Buns have been obliterated because of Dragon Ball Super. We knew immediately that, you know, at first when Dragon Ball Super came out, I thought they was clapping back at the Superman fans. All that talk of Superman's a god. And then Dragon Ball brought in gods, and they was like, what are you doing bringing those in? We were already at godly levels to the point where Supreme Kai was looking like a hoe. But it's like, yeah, but Supreme Kai is a hoe. This over here is this over here. You know what I mean? He says, Ultra Vegeta 1, I get your point. That cracked me up. Diamond Vegeta was great. Amen, dog. Oh, gosh, that guy. Right. Man, Laughing Stock Media, Quaman. Some of these guys have long since abandoned actually talking about the show and have basically just committed to lying about it and trying to convince the casuals. Quaman is like that. Revolution is like that. Laughing Stock is like that. Battle Memes by Omari is like that. People like Sasuke, BBL Sasuke and BBL Shogun, they're not even knowledgeable in Dragon Ball, right? But like I showcased in screenshots on Twitter, Shogun don't mind calling you stupid about Dragon Ball, so he wishes he knew what he was talking about. But when you go to showing him getting dog walked in a conversation, he'll threaten to have your entire channel terminated and file false copyright strikes because he was wrong in Dragon Ball. BBL Sasuke will tell you, like, we don't care about Dragon Ball. Once he get clapped up in the arguments, like, first, if you talk about Dragon Ball, you prove your point, he'll try to roast you. 2-hour-long live stream, 9-hour-long live stream. When that don't work and he get roasted, he'll take a picture with someone else's family, like he tried on me, where Shogun then jumped out and said, hey, he's got people of all ages that subscribe to him. So when you call him names, you're talking about all his subscribers of all ages. And it's like, bro, shut your ass up. Did that logic apply when he did the 2-hour-long live stream on me? Did that logic apply when he did the 9-hour-long live stream on me and called me out my name for 9 hours? Did you apply all of those jokes and all of the zesty comments and stuff, all of the zesty name calling? Did you apply that to all of my subscribers of all age? I didn't think so. You feel what I'm saying? We already done here. I love that people try things that don't work. Come on.
It's good to see you, Dad.
I could use your help, Supreme Kai.
You know, I hate the story mode of Spark and Zero. And my major gripe with the story mode is that it ends the battle on a timer. I hate it. Let me finish my fight, please. Let me have fun. I don't want to rush to finish the fight. I want to fight strategically. Let me see. would it be worth your time if you, unless they like you, if you engage them in a conversation about Dragon Ball, you probably be responded. If they try to you what they tried to me, he'll try to roast you if you prove points. If you actually prove points and demolish his ideas respectfully, he'll try to disrespect you. That's a fact. Unless you cool with him, then do your thing. You see what I'm saying? But if not, that's what they'll do. Which is fine by me. I laugh every time I could tell that, niggas is mad about what it is. But my major problem was, nigga, I gave you the opportunity to take down mention of my offspring and say you could just leave the rest of the video up. You said no. So at that point in time, why are you crying about what I'm saying now? It's wild that he even made that claim way back then to say, hey, you talking about all people of all ages that's our subscribers when you insult our channel. Turns right around and is mentioning my offspring all in the community post. Like he's consistently tried to make it about offspring and tried to make it about, you know what I'm saying? He's consistently tried to make it about that from all different angles, from trying to play victim, from trying to apply, to the point where at a certain point in hindsight, we got to look, hey, you tried to make this claim when really that applies to you. You tried to say this when really that's something that you did, right? Everything is something you guys did. So it's like, it's it's consistent. This is what you threatened to sue me. You threatened to sue me twice. None of these things actually happened. So I just stopped paying. I don't pay attention to nothing they say no more. Don't tell me nothing they saying, because basically nobody can hear them. No way. I can't hear them. I just make my content. If they're still watching my content or they got people watching my content, then that's to their displeasure. It don't bother me that they cheeks beat in the silence. So I don't even worried about it. Right. But, yeah, I'm always tell niggas what it is and what happened. Yes, sir. I'm always telling what it is and what happened. You tried to silence a nigga, but you can't silence me, right? But that's what it is. To be honest, like I said again, I'm completely sparing them because I know everything about Shogun now. I know everything about these niggas now. And by the way that I demolished BBL Sasuke, I can do the Shogun now too. It's just been of my own mercy that I haven't been 1000% wheelbarrowing this nigga into a face full of francs. Okay, but I'll do what is required to be done, nigga. Like I'm letting you know, this is a dog walking. This is a mark out that you will never recover from. Okay, so I'm prepared. Like shit privated. Like that shit will get toggled real quick. And you flipped out from being mentioned. Oh, you're gonna hate this. Like if anything, anybody should know. You should know that. If anything, BBL Brother Shogun was using women's profile pictures and using women's social medias to try and message me, this man has done everything that he could to Daima's Diddy, but that's what I said, man. It's crazy. I mean, hundreds of community posts. And if you think that I'm lying when I say I don't even watch their content, I stopped watching their content when I saw like, whoa, they're posting 50 times. That's like 50, 60 posts in half the day. I'm not reading all that. Each one of those posts are like 8 pages long. I'm not reading that. So I stopped paying attention. Mainly because spazzes. We all seen one of our homies go through a breakup. Or we see the girl go through a breakup. And from there, it just turned into a mass of posting until you start to realize you telling us more about you than about them. It's starting to look cringe. But to just be arguing at a nigga over Dragon Ball? shows that you have zero emotional intelligence, shows that you feel marked out. I've always said you ain't humiliated until you feel humiliated. I don't like the word bullied, because you may feel like you're getting roasted, but he may feel perfectly fine. One man's comfort is another man's behind. Okay? And you finding that out, nigga. Like, once I could tell that this made you spaz out, that the same things you did made you spaz out, I said, oh shit, you can never win nothing. You saw how desperately he ran to Mad Black real quick? He ran to Mad Black real fast. Mad Black, he talked about you. He was trying to get allies. He's been doing this for years, like he said. I've been following you around and this, that, and the third. But you mad because you got mentioned, but you've been following me around, having conversations with anybody that I react to behind the scenes. You've been obsessed. You've been obsessed. You called me weird, nigga. You've been obsessed talking about me for years behind the scenes. I left my mark on you. I left my mark on you. You're branded.
Let's get underway.
Okay, Dragon Clap. You're branded. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. The nigga got his sister. I didn't even look at that video. I just remember somebody told me like a nigga brought his people on here. I'm like, whoa, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. I'm not about to disrespect nobody, people, or nothing like that. This educational material. This is public stuff that he told us, did a whole lot of talking about me, refused to take down mention of my offspring. So at this point, there is nothing that can be said. And the last time, right, I approached him and said, listen, you don't like that I drew the lines that I considered hypocrisy when I said, hey, because I was proving you got a beef with Toriyama. Let's just be real. This is not, I know that I roast GT fans. So when I say that something serious stems from a nigga's love for GT, a lot of people probably be like, I don't know about that. Right. I know you say everything is because of GT. Right. But then when you look into it and you see that when Toriyama died, that nigga took to the community post and was like, hey, I want to give you your flowers, but I just want to let you know, I'm going to keep it real with you. And it's like, you talking to a dead man like this. That Dragon Ball Super nonsense you created was whack and really messed up the whole story. And I'm going to tell you, and I ain't going to lie, I'm going to keep it a band with you and blah, blah. And I'm like, whoa, is you cussing him out or giving him his flowers? And then he followed that up with, how was everybody crying about him? Y'all didn't know him, a problem with this. But on his public post, he talking about somebody who's no longer here with us that he used to call best friend in public messages he showed us. Best friends with heart emojis. Hey, best friend, that's my best friend. He was doing that. That's a fact. They was calling each other best friend. I ain't got nothing against that. I'm just saying. And when he posted the conversations, it was so damn sad that it was a lot of people that gave support. He didn't have a problem for support for that. But here he is pissed off because niggas is supporting Toriyama. No, you got a beef with Toriyama over this GT mess. Nigga, admit it. You literally brought up Super while sending him off and expressed it. That's why you mad. That's what it is. You're salty. That's why when I stepped into the conversation and rooted for Dragon Ball Super, he got mad and went in with a roast. This level of GT fan, even to the point where as I started exposing it, he tried to make it seem like, man, we don't even care about Dragon Ball. I posted a whole bunch of screenshots and BBL brother Shogun spazzed out. But look at Shogun. Well, or don't. Just, you know what I'm saying? Or don't. The nigga barely posts videos ever. He posts like a video or two a year. He literally can't keep up. If I was really trying to mark this nigga out to the best of my ability, there'd be like 70 videos on this bitch ass nigga. To his like 2. But like I said, though, I hold myself to my standard and nobody else's standard. When you gave me false copyright strikes, I didn't send them back as you reacted to my content. You know, you was like, don't react to my content at all. Don't react to it. Turn right around and reacted to mine. I didn't file false copyright strikes. I was like, I'm not falling for that. You're allowed to use my content under fair use. I'm allowed to use yours, though, and I'll continue doing that. Right? And I don't want this whole stream to just become about marking out those niggas. But let me get back to these comments for a quick second. Now, They're obsessive. I'll just say one of them constantly made community posts for 48 hours straight when no one was even paying attention to them. All of this over just a piece of fiction. Exactly. Where you put it like that, that's freaking wild. Let me see. What kind of diddy ass conversation we having here? Now, here's the thing, though. Here's another thing. When it come down to the phrases in the work, I got screenshots and I posted the screenshots already. Had this conversation. When I came in, he was calling Kalualicious Fleece Johnson, Andrew Caldwell, telling all types of jokes of that nature. When I came in talking about clapped, oh, clapped, you said clapped. Bro, my name is Dragon Clap. But the same nature of jokes was acceptable with him. But once he got it marked out by them, it became this focus of, oh, that's zesty. Go look at the roast. Well, don't go look at it because they're basically starved for attention and I won't give it to them. But the roast of Dragon Clap TV, the thumbnail, got a picture of the old profile picture that I had sitting on the lap of some other dude with his face on there. Zesty content thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? But it's a joke though, right? But here's the thing though. I mean, it's meant to be funny. I understand that. But here's the thing. You're not gonna do it and throw that accusation around. Nigga, look at the thumbnail you created. Shogun created that. But once he got hit with some jokes, he was talking about, don't ever mention me again or I'll destroy your whole channel. You ain't destroying nothing but Sasuke buns. Okay? You ain't destroying nothing but Uchiha buns. But Uchiha Schwabels, I should say. You eating sandwiches at the crib. That's how we gonna put it. You eating manwich sandwiches at the crib. You know what I mean? And this ain't me going at him. This is me addressing conversation that you put in the air. You keep talking about me, nigga. I got to address it. And this is what I said. The GT fan is used to becoming enslaved by this obsession. They can't stop. Me, as a Dragon Ball Super fan, I talk about GT because the fans are occupying this space and calling us stupid. And I can literally identify them by name. Omari's doing this. You know what I'm saying? Matt Black is doing this. You know, Shavar Madner is doing this. You know, Black Sasuke is doing this. Shogun is doing this. So I come out, hey, how do you feel in regards to Dragon Ball Super's return? You know, at the point where you say, hey, I took down my video mentioning, you know, the conversation because you didn't like it mentioned. I didn't disrespect the dead. I never would do that. But I took it down anyway, though. Just ask your homeboy to take down mention of my offspring. Yeah, he said no, but I'm good, though, right? We good, though. I did my part. We good, though, right? I'm good, right? I played along. Because to spaz out would have just created another screenshot. Hey, well, I'll just do a video explaining it and, you know, it's straight. But I had already known he has an inability to let people discuss him, right, without spazzing. So when niggas in the comments was like, nah, they tried to play you, he was going nuts in my Discord talking about, oh, it don't matter because I'm checking them in the comments. You're not checking niggas in the comments. That just shows how much of a bozo you are. You don't check niggas in the comments. Nobody gives a damn about what you say in the comments. Your comment is worth no more than theirs are, and they outnumber you. The fact that you're in my comments trying to salvage your image just shows that you're, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. Use a procreation juice rag. All right? That's what I'm saying. Use a procreation rag at this point. Like, they wiping it off on you. But then he got mad to do more videos. And those videos didn't help him. Right? Like I said, you want me to check niggas in the comments for saying how they feel, but you couldn't convince this one bozo who said he was on your team. So y'all tried to play funny. Look, I took down the video. You had to have mention of my offspring in the video. So guess what? At this point in time, nothing that you got to say in any video you come out with, do I give a fuck about? I don't care what you say in that video now. You absolutely stayed committed to keeping mention of my offspring in your video. So guess what now? You got to deal with what comes with it. You can't try to pitch it to me no type of way that's going to say anything I care about. You can't pitch it no type of way that's going to say anything I care about. So we can either go to talking about the multiple GoFundMes that BBL Sasuke was putting up, or we could go to talking anything about this information I got on Shogun when he ready. When you ready, I'm ready. And it's bad too. And everybody, including Tony, been waiting on your ass. And that's why that nigga's like, go ahead with the content. Because he know that this is destruction. He already saw it. We already saw it. It's bad. All right, so I remembered you having Shinron actual dragon profile picture before you. I still got that. Confession: I nearly fell victim to Omari false information about Dragon Ball. What did he say? And he said, "Well, the classic GT is better than Super." Stuff like that. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, man. Omari got, this. I'll say it like this. I think that becoming a GT fan and a super hater to that degree is an affliction. Yeah, I think it's an affliction.
As long as I can remember, whenever I got real mad, things would happen around me that I couldn't explain. Crazy things.
Hey, you want to know what would be a sick design? Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan with his tail. Wouldn't that be a sick design? Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan with his tail.
Wise to tell. If you intend to intimidate Runt,
Ultra Ego with his tail.
First. Case in point. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, it's true. You have.
And this is the thing that I always had a problem with. GT fans, Super Saiyan 4 fans would be like, no, you're ripping off Super Saiyan 4, but the Saiyan tail was already a part of the Saiyan's biology. Saiyan tail was already a part of the Saiyan biology. It's not Super Saiyan 4 exclusive to have a tail. I mean, a transformation having a tail, did jumping, it is what it is. I mean, you could have a tail with Super Saiyan 1 if you kept your tail. If it was somebody who still had it, that would have been dope. Yeah, man. Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, Super Saiyan 4, Goku / Vegeta. Gohan getting bear hugged.
Do not come any closer. It is highly unlikely you could survive such a blast. I am going to self-destruct and take Cell with me. Huh?
I was talking about some of Goku's losses recently. I still got to actually produce that video to clap up Malcolm Evans. Malcolm Evans tried to say that Vegeta got the most beatdowns and the worst beatdowns. Let's actually talk about it. When Goku started with Raditz, hold on, wait. Grim Destroyer said Daima did it better. Wasn't a ripoff of OG Dragon Ball like GT was. Exactly. GT tried to rip off OG Dragon Ball, and it not only did it fail, but it sucked because of the attempt.
Listen to me.
You can't recreate Dragon Ball at this point in the series. You can't go for it that hard. There are dynamic things that changed for a reason of our investment in this show, in this series. You take us, you cheat us out of our investment when you do that.
That is sound advice.
When you take us all the way, when you try to replicate the OG Dragon Ball vibes, you cheat us out the investment. Plus, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was cool. That was dope. They didn't use their cast at all. It's all Goku GT, Goku time. Yes, they didn't use, let alone, like, they didn't try, man. That mess felt like parody. Like if you watch that new Bat Fam show or you watch the Harley Quinn show, I hate that mess. It's just parody. It's parody like Velma, like the show Velma was. And they tried. They was like, wouldn't it be cool if Vegeta was taking his daughter shopping? And it's like, this is the worst attempt at that vibe, at that atmosphere. GT did a 180 midway through the Black Star arc, baby, because everyone knew it was failing. Yeah. I mean, nobody, Piccolo ain't got no, like, people talking about Super Saiyan Blue, it's like, nigga, in Dragon Ball GT, nobody had a dub. Piccolo was getting whooped, Gohan was getting whooped, Goten was getting whooped, Trunks was getting whooped, Pan was getting whooped, Vegeta was getting whooped. You know, ain't no TN fighting, ain't no Yamcha fighting, ain't no Roshi fighting, ain't no Krillin really fighting, right? You ain't got those moments. Like, we got a Frieza coming back. We got all types of people that's been came back and fought and new characters. Like, if you really stacked it up side by side, like in the Moral arc when everybody was wished back, everybody got their hands dirty on Earth. How did I get turned around after I snap attacked? Here we go.
Don't get comfortable, boy. Even with luck on your side, the odds of beating me are hardly in your favor.
Wrong.
Yes, that's the spirit. Too bad you're going to lose it once you witness me in all my terrifying glory. Forget it.
Hold up, y'all. I'm still here. Just trying to get Cell up out of here. Yeah, Dragon Ball Super was just... I mean, these people want to talk about development. Was Vegeta and Goku training together in Dragon Ball GT? Did they spend years together alone training? And, you know, your Goku and Vegeta, like, it was canonically stated that Goku and Vegeta training together allowed them to see strengths and weaknesses that they had in each other they had never known before. And it just goes to show how valuable Goku and Vegeta training together actually is. But they stepped that up, did that in a room of spirit and time, and did that training under Whis as well. They did that for years at a time. Years at a time. Dragon Ball GT, when you mention that, Dragon Ball GT ain't got nothing to say about that. GT fans, they don't have nothing to say about the value of Goku training with Vegeta. They just appreciate the value of Vegeta not thinking that he can ever be as strong as Goku. Until in the end, when he cries about it and wants to transform again just to feel good. But in the end, is he really as strong as Goku? No, he's not. Right? So he cried and complained about not being able to help. But are they different problems? They're one and the same. If you continue trying to be the best that you could have been instead of allowing Goku in your career field, to discourage you, then even if you was getting your ass beat, you would feel more comfortable with knowing that you did your best. But now you got regret.
Am I seeing things, or did he just puke up 18?
Now you got regret. Where, I don't know, man, Dragon Ball Super, it's like whoever your favorite character is, I guarantee he was worth more in Dragon Ball Super. Instead of lying and trying to act like one transformation is better than like 13 put together, is like, nigga, just stop. How Goku and Vegeta and GT get new power. Tail gets pulled out. Blunt's wave machine. Exactly. The mechanics they used for them reaching the next level were so stupid. The mechanics they used for those two reaching the next level were dumb. They fucked Vegeta up in GT. Don't even get me started on that mustache. Yeah, man, when he was in the yellow suit, I couldn't believe it.
Goodbye.
I couldn't believe they made him look like Andrew Schultz.
Goodbye? You're not thinking of... Goku, no!
You did good today, Gohan. Made me proud.
Dad? What are you...
Tell your mom I'm sorry. I'm not
Look,
gonna make it
man,
home this time.
I look at this fight and I say, oh, yeah. Let's talk about the Goku record. Let's talk about the record. Since people keep trying to play Vegeta. Malcolm Evans keep trying to play Vegeta. Goku, when he first fought Raditz, and Gohan got taken, to me, that's an L, right? Goku died in the second fight. So, and look, the second fight with Raditz, I view like this. Either you say Goku lost because he died, or you say Goku won. But if Goku gets the win for Raditz, Vegeta gets the win for Perfect Cell. Y'all ever thought about that? Goku assisted making it possible. Y'all ever thought about that? That if Goku gets the win on his record for Raditz, that Vegeta gets the win on his record for Perfect Cell? Super Perfect Cell, my bad. Guarantee nobody wanted to think about that. So I'm going to leave Goku's win for Raditz off. Just because I think everybody agrees that we don't really give Vegeta the dub on Super Perfect Cell, right? Even though Gohan was dying without him and he hurt Cell. Facts. Hold on, y'all, 1 second.
Trunks.
I'm here, y'all. Just give me 1 second. Man, so tell me why one of the homies told me to start playing this game called Fear and Hunger. If anybody know what that game is about, let me know right now, because I just started playing the game, and he didn't tell me nothing about the stuff that's in there. Good. Don't play that shit. Don't play that shit. Like, that game weird as hell. It got me to download that on Steam. I'm like, what the hell is this? And you start playing it, you start seeing all types of crazy, weird shit. I'm like, nah, this ain't it. Crazy thing is it got a dope ass creepy atmosphere. Like if you're looking for a horror game, it's got a dope creepy atmosphere, but it's got some extra shit in it that you is not gonna be prepared for. Like I wasn't. Oh my God. Here go Weibo Warriors weird ass again talking about Gohan was a Super Saiyan 1 against Buu and Trunks still wasn't as strong as him. I said he was Super Saiyan 2, actually. He went Super Saiyan 2 back when he was trying to stop Buu from hatching, and Trunks was stronger than him because his strength did more to Buu. Thanks for your support. No matter how you look at it, Super Saiyan 2, Gohan tried to knock Fat Buu off of Supreme Kai, failed to do any damage to him, and Kid Trunks did more damage to Fat Buu when he kicked him. So, I don't care how you feel about it. You know, you're not just going to invalidate the fact that 1 + 1 = 2. We're not going to change it around for you. You know, we're not. You better make your point in the realm of what makes sense. If you can't do that, then accept the mark out. Accept the mark out. All right, so I just seen a post, y'all. Somebody say a hot debate. Is there anything Z Broly did better than Super Broly? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he did anything Super Broly couldn't do. He just talked shit. He had a few lines of talking crazy. Broly wasn't doing no talking. Super Broly don't have an ego. You know, people was talking all that mess, but niggas forget about what Z Broly's base form is like anyway. You can see Broly's base form is daft as hell. I mean, he ain't got a thought in his head. Oh yeah, I could do that. I could do music reactions. Yeah, yo, we got to make sure. Maybe we should take a look at Battle Memes' page just to make sure that nigga know how to shut up. Should we do that? Should we? Should we do that? I'm about to be out of this room. I know it sounds crazy. I was trying to clean this area up real quick. So y'all can bear with me. We'll be back playing the game in just a quick couple of seconds. I want to see your opinion on Riding versus VLSD. Life Jam, just a list of 3. Yeah, I'm down. We might start vibing out to some music in just a second. I'm gonna start a different stream for that because more than likely it's gonna prevent me from, you know what I mean? It's gonna be copyright once I listen to it. So I'm gonna start a separate stream for that, and then we can vibe out. Man, Dragon Ball has been, just when. Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Back when Killulicious was still on YouTube, he was saying Dragon Ball Super wasn't coming back, and I said he didn't know what he was talking about on that topic, respectfully. And he was wrong too. And I repeatedly made videos saying it and pointing it out, like, yeah, even my boy Kill said this, even my boy Kill said this, and that shit's coming back. I said it. He ain't no longer talking about Dragon Ball to address that he said that, but this is something I was consistent with. I was consistent with anybody I heard saying this. I made sure to tell them that's wrong, bro. Geekdom was right on that one. All right, y'all, don't go nowhere yet. I'm back. Let's get to the right area where we gotta go. Hold on. All right, we back. Give me 2 seconds. All right. I apologize, y'all.
Surprised to see me.
Man, fuck Gohan. Well, let's go, though.
I am done playing games. It's time I ended this.
Get your ass over there. Ooh.
There's a lot more with this game.
I feel you, man. I feel you. It's all good, man. I appreciate you, man. Hold up. Let's make you a mod real quick. Shit, if he left already. I don't know if he left already. Here we go. I made Enlighten the mod real fast. Is you doing what I was trying to do up until a certain point where I was just getting you trying to get Z on all of them? Okay, you said you want 82.
You won't survive this time.
It allow you to kick people out of the live stream if they doing some or time people out. I mean, they let you time people out, mute them for momentarily. They talking crazy. Why are they doing that? Why am I getting turned around to a different direction? They trying to spin me. All of my shit's just not targeting them. Like, they cheating shit up out of here, man. It's always the vanishing. And then when you beat them at that, here come the revenge counter. Get lost. Yeah, alrighty, Brody.
If anyone's going to defeat Cell, it's going to be me!
You know, if it's one thing I noticed about the English dub of Dragon Ball, they were adding lines in to make Vegeta look worse, to make him look more like a damn casual villain. Like, you know, they was adding things. Like in the original, Piccolo on the lookout when Vegeta is toying with Semi Perfect Cell. In the anime, Piccolo is like Vegeta's wasting time, giving Cell a chance to become perfect. Like he could have destroyed him over and over. So they make Piccolo the beacon of wisdom. Piccolo, the person who know what he's talking about and is frustrated with Vegeta for playing around. But in the original, in the actual dub, Piccolo wigs out because he can't believe how much stronger Vegeta has gotten after going in the room of spirit and time. And the fact that he literally says, you mean to tell me this is how far ahead his Saiyan power has leapt beyond mine? Like, is this really his Saiyan power? Like, he wigs out and screams in the air in frustration. When he screams in the air in the anime, they make it that, oh, he's mad because Vegeta's wasting the opportunity to defeat Cell. No. In the original, he was screaming because he was mind blown at how much stronger than a Vegeta had gotten from that training. And they didn't like that. The English dub was like, spin that around so that Piccolo know what he's talking about and that Vegeta is the one doing something that blah, blah, blah. And the anime often did things like that. They sometimes did things like that. They tried to make Vegeta seem saltier than what he was to make things seem like, you know, we didn't need all that. Let the story stay complicated. Let it stay complex. Let me see what 82 is, because you said you want 82.
Wow! Goten, get a load of this!
82. Time traveling machinery. Yeah, 82. Yeah, I remember when I was playing that one. I got to go back and get a Z on that. You know, every now and then I go take a look at Black Bulma's Facebook page. She a rage baiter. Black Bulma just rage bait people. The thing that I don't care for about that is Black Bulma tries to rage bait you into engaging in her content. Things she posts, the things she says, I don't like that. I do not like that. Let's take a look at something real quick, y'all. Let's see what battle memes by Omari been saying.
Are the repairs to the peel-off machine finished yet?
This thing is so cool!
Oh my God. What is he doing now? Let's see what this nigga's doing now. Okay. His latest video was 3 days ago. It's titled Buu Saga Goten versus Namek Saga Frieza. And he said, I can't believe this was the thing. Let's check this out.
Yep, it's all set.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to assume his argument is that Frieza would demolish Goten.
Wow, you got
Hey yo, this has been a debate that's been in the fandom for a really long time, for whatever reason, but people seem to think just because Goten is a Super Saiyan, he's automatically above Namek Frieza.
He is. He is.
I want to see.
What are you talking about? He is. He destroys Frieza.
Yep, it's all set.
Frieza's only hope is destroying the planet before Goten one-shots him. Goten's performance against Android 18, Goten and Trunks holding back to not kill 18 and impressing Android 18 places them way above Frieza. Remember, Trunks cut Frieza up like nothing, and he's zero match for that same android
I'll show you, just wait.
at that point in time. This is going to be good. Check this out.
This thing is
That
so
is
cool.
not how things work. Super Saiyan is a 50 times multiplier. So it all depends on your fate.
Oh my God. Look at who we arguing with. Look at who we arguing with.
Got all kinds of cool stuff, Trunks.
This is crazy. This is crazy. He arguing with Zach. That's wild. Zach said some things on Facebook before I ever, my first interaction with Zach on Facebook. He said some things. He said some things about my offspring as well. That's where Shogun got it from. He looked it up. He brought that up. And he basically said that because I was outraged, because I warned this guy that, hey, you was in a screenshot that I used. It wasn't to reignite that old mess. That was that. He said, because I did that, I didn't have respect for my offspring. But really, I just didn't want nobody else going out there taking shots, thinking that I was, taking shots at my offspring because they thought I was taking shots at them. So I just posted it publicly like, hey, it's a screenshot I used. I didn't realize that you was in there. Right. That was it. That nigga don't rock with me. I don't rock with him neither. But that was just a comment. That's a comment on Facebook. You don't post. I get it for niggas that post hundreds of times in the community posts. They might have actually thought that you could do something about what a random comment on Facebook says. But you can't. Right. So I didn't even really stress myself out about it. But when it comes to YouTube, we share this platform. So if you're running your mouth about my offspring in these videos over some conversation with Dragon Ball, then, that's why we address it like we did there. But Omari is literally arguing with the dude, Zach, right here. And says, no, he's nowhere skilled enough to take on Frieza. Zach says he literally blitzes in one shots. Omari says, stop wanking just because he's Super Saiyan. His base form is nowhere near what Goku's was on Namek. What are you talking about? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The guide states that Goten has power that isn't the least bit inferior to his brother Gohan. I get it. Hey, Gohan is a Super Saiyan too. Bro, you're wrong. Do you remember their performance against Android 18 while on each other's shoulders, while humiliating her, barely able to see through eye holes? You remember Trunks doing damage to Fat Boo? You remember all that?
It's foreign power on how strong you're going to be as a Super Saiyan. Your base form. Super Saiyan is only 50 times that. Now, I'm saying only because, it has a specific multiplier to it. And it's 50 times the base. Now, Goku on Namek was very strong, especially after the Ginyu Force fight.
Oh my God, you don't think that they're stronger than Namek Saga Goku? You're smoking. Goten obliterates Goku from Namek. Their base forms was fighting Android 18. And she thought they were a valid opponent at one point.
That Zenkai boost he got. So his base form was very strong. To the point where he was going toe-to-toe with Frieza in his almost final form. He was giving Frieza's
base form Goten threw rocks at an adult Super Saiyan Gohan. And Gohan had to push the line back. Super Saiyan Kid Trunks scratched Vegeta's face in the Buu Saga while Vegeta was a Super Saiyan.
I'll show you, just wait.
Yeah, he's one-shotting Goku. He's one-shotting Goku. Old school Android Super Saiyan Vegeta is one-shotting Namek Saga Goku as a Super Saiyan. Yes. Every single piece of evidence that we're using is massively consistent at this point.
Problems. Granted, he couldn't beat him, but he was giving him some problems. So Goku's base was strong. And he was already strong when he showed up on Namek by one-shotting Raccoon. So, all that.
This nigga's talking about Raccoon like Goten wouldn't destroy that nigga by blinking. No, Namek Saga don't have nobody that can compare to even base form Goten. They don't have nobody.
Who could that be?
They don't have nobody. Check this out.
The training that Goku did, all that time he was on the gravity machine, doing all that training. Not to mention all the training he did all his life into his adulthood. So you're trying to tell me that Goten, a guy who barely trained, it only showed him really training once with Chi-Chi.
Yes, nigga. Yes, he's better. What don't you get? You mad? See, it's always an attempt to make these characters weaker. He don't respect these characters. He never respected Dragon Ball. He just liked Dragon Ball GT. Is y'all still here? Is y'all still paying attention? Listen to this, y'all.
Barely even that. You're going to compare Goten's base form to Goku on Namek's base form?
Yeah.
And what people need to realize is just because you have power doesn't mean you win a fight. Frieza...
He fought Android 18. They fought Android 18 on each other's shoulders in the hood. Okay? If you ask me to box, that's one thing. But if you piecing me up on the shoulders of laughing stock media, if you get on the shoulders of Kwame, if you and Geekdom stand on each other's shoulders and piece me up, I didn't want no smoke with you individually. Like, if you would have been allowed to stand on your own feet, it would have been way easier. If they didn't have to hold you on their shoulders, it would have been way easier. If they could see outside of that outfit, if they had clothes that actually fit, it would have been way easier. Do you remember when Goku was trying to run in a pair of shoes in early Dragon Ball? I get it, it's early Dragon Ball, but y'all remember that. Completely at a handicap disadvantage and working Android 18. And Android 18 is leagues. This Android 18 is leagues beyond Namek Saga Frieza. Keep in mind, Future Trunks' androids was beating his ass, and he cut Frieza up like it was nothing. I get it. He got on their ass the last time he fought him. He said so, right? But he cut Frieza up like it was nothing. And our androids are stronger than that. Goten and Trunks basically firing that energy blast at her, and Goten telling him, hey, hold back, don't shoot it too strong so you don't finish her. And then when it barely missed her and she was completely shook and afraid for her life, Goten said, hey, fire another one faster, fire another one bigger, real quick. Indicating that it was a capability Goten knew he had, so he knew Trunks had. She's scared of one of them, but little do you know, those they could fire dozens more of those at you at a stronger intensity. Like, Android 18 learned something about those boys that day, and she was shook. There is no way in the world Namek Saga Frieza would have Android 18 shook. Goku knew he wouldn't beat Android 18. He didn't have any intentions to fight her. He was like, I need the training. Check this out.
Experience puts him far above what Goten does. Goten he's a kid.
It doesn't matter. You saw the fight between Goten and Trunks. They were up there. They know how to fight. They are very intelligent in fighting, and his power far dwarfs Frieza. Frieza stands zero chance against Goten. Yeah, I notice. They're always come on, man. They're delusional though, but it's like, people who are older aren't the only ones that are delusional, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not. It's some older folk. You know, I know some older folk that know good and well Goten is rocking Frieza shit.
He's a kid that didn't train. Granted, he's a Saiyan. He has speed.
So what? When Gohan was born, he landed a headbutt on Raditz that hurt. While he didn't finish him off, the trend continues, and Goten is just way better than that. Like, don't tell me about what Goku did. Don't tell me about what Gohan did, and then hate on what Goten did.
And various things that we saw when he was going up against Gohan, before Gohan knew he can go with Super Saiyan, you know, when he was throwing the rocks and stuff.
Various things? Gohan was a Super Saiyan. Goten was at base. Just throwing rocks, and we saw he has fighting spirit. If he would have been like that, oh yeah, he was back. Let's go.
Speed to him, but let's be real. Goten's base form is nowhere near what Goku's was on Namek. Nowhere near it.
Cap, because he fought Android 8. They fought Android 18 in base form. This indicates that they would have just been destroyed when Android 18 touched them. They wouldn't have had the power to shake her. They wouldn't have had the power to have her scared. Yes, and 2 says Goten is mopping Namek with Frieza's face. Remember, he was exchanging blows with Android 18, who was trying to win. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. Somebody go tell Omari that. Let's go over there together and let Omari know that he does not know a thing about Dragon Ball. It's embarrassing.
So if Goten was to go, if base Goten was to fight Frieza, he'd get demolished casually.
No, he touched Frieza once. Look, Zack got you in your feelings. He touched Frieza once, and Frieza would be cooked. His ability to fight Android 18 immediately places him way above Future Trunks. Remember what Future Trunks was when Android 18 was fighting. It places him above. Once again, I'm gonna lay you out this scenario one more time. Future Kid Trunks is training with Vegeta in the Buu saga. Vegeta says, if you can land one blow on my face, I'll take you to the amusement park. So it meant that Vegeta was fully prepared to try and not let him land on his face. And what did he do? Immediately scratched his face. Surprised of Vegeta. Now, after he's stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. If that had been Vegeta who lost to 18, if that had been 8, he's pecking her ass immediately. Keep in mind, Android 18 cannot touch Vegeta. She can't touch Buu Saga Vegeta. She would have never landed a blow. There's a Piccolo above her. There's a Android 16 above her. There's a Cell above her. I mean, there was a 17 above her, a Piccolo above her, a Cell, Android 16, a Cell above her, a semi-perfect Cell above her, a Super Trunks above her, a Super Vegeta above her, a perfect Cell above her, a Super Saiyan Goku above her. There was a Gohan was above her. A Super Saiyan Gohan was above her. You know what I mean? Come on now. A Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was above her. A Super Perfect Cell was above her. I mean, Piccolo went back into the Room of Spirit and Time, and so did Vegeta. Cell Juniors is knocking her out. There's a whole lot of people that take place over Android 18. Why am I going over 18's head? Because Kid Trunks kicked Fat Boo and sent that nigga flying. Now bring Namek Goku and see if he gonna do that. Bring Namek Goku. Bring Namek Goku. Okay? Bring Namek Goku to Android 18 and see what happened to him. Try that.
If he went Super Saiyan against Frieza, he would get a little bit more speed. He would get a little bit more strength.
You were reluctant to say that he would get more strength, but let's keep listening.
But Frieza would dominate him. Easily. Come on now. Y'all have to use common sense just because he...
No, you've got to use material. You've got to actually use things that happened and showcase why you saying this. Because you just saying it, but it literally goes against everything that we've seen and everything that was said. It specifically states that Goten didn't have power in the least bit inferior to his brother Gohan. Gohan at that point is stronger than Namek Saga Goku was.
A Super Saiyan does not make him stronger than Frieza or Namek. And, you know, he and Trunks had to go into the time chamber to train more to get stronger for Majin Buu.
For Super Buu. What are you talking about? Oh my God. He ignored the tournament. He ignored Fat Buu. He ignored defeats. Hey, Super Buu punched Kid Trunks in the face in base form. Super Buu punched Kid Trunks in the face in base form. Kid Trunks got up and was like, hey, man. Wait, nigga, until I'm done. Goodness gracious. Walk back over there and finish this fusion. Yeah, that happened. Yes, it did. Let's go. Let's go.
So these kids were not that powerful.
Oh, he capping.
Not that powerful. Android 18 toyed with them.
They toyed with 18. I love that you said this. Android 18 didn't know it was them, was worried, was saying that they were valid, was saying that they were dangerous. She didn't toy with shit. In fact, she said, I got to do something fast. And the only thing she did was expose that they was kids. She didn't do no damage to them. They toyed with Android 18. Look, let's look at what he actually shows on screen, because it shows a panel right here. Android 18 says, what a freak. He's got short arms and legs for such a short body, but he's pretty strong. Trunks says, let's change. Goten says, okay. Trunks says, let's try using energy attacks. Are you sure? She's 18. If we hit her hard, she won't die. They're in base form at this point. They turn Super Saiyan. Okay, he's not going to show you the real panel. I've got it saved. Let's just go straight to it. Yeah, because what happened immediately after that? See, they're trying to validate why it's okay to use this power on her, but they're wrong. She can't handle it, and they come close to killing her. She validates in her head that would have really hurt her, where the boys who want to win so bad, they're essentially going to kill 18 on accident. That's the danger that Android 18 actually refers to afterward. So the boys getting a little bit rambunctious, getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Here we are. Okay, so at one point, Goten and Trunks, you can see they're having problems fighting in the costume. And they're in base form, humiliating her on each other, humiliating Android 18 on each other's shoulders. Trunks says, not that way, stupid, to the right. Goten says, easy for you to say. So they're complaining about the outfit the entire time, right? Trunks says, it's hard to move in this. Damn, right? He says, Goten, you should try to land some kicks on her. Goten says, but I can barely see. I'm reading this right off the manga panel. Trunks, let me see. So when they turn Super Saiyan right after the panel that he showed, she says, I see, Super Saiyan. I know who you really are, little boys. Goten says, not too strong. Trunks says, all right already. Shoots a blast. Just fires off a normal blast. Android 18 with white exclamation marks with red backgrounding as far as the speech bubble, opens her eyes wide. Young just narrowly dodges it. She's got a speech bubble that says, Earth, as the blast vaporizes the entire horizon. And she says, they're not playing around. That blast was very fast and strong. Those little shrimps are ridiculously strong. So she realizes afterward, those little shrimps are ridiculously strong. Ridiculous implies there's no way in the world I can believe that that's the case. If something is ridiculous, that's like saying that there's no explanation of why they should be this strong. If somebody proposes a deal to you that is ridiculous, that's a ridiculous deal. There is absolutely no reason and no way that I would ever accept that. So when she says they're ridiculously strong, that's what that implies. Okay? She says, this is dangerous. I have to finish this fast. And then tells them, I'm going to win, Trunks and Goten. And she throws a Destructo Disc, which they would have definitely dodged, but they went different ways, hindered by being in a suit. It cuts it in half. It doesn't do damage to them, though. And then they leave. Where Kid Trunks does damage to Fat Boo, which Android 18 would never do, because she would have never done damage to Imperfect Cell. She would have never done damage to 17. She would have never done damage to Semi-Perfect Cell. She couldn't do damage to Perfect Cell. She couldn't do damage to Vegeta or Trunks, to Goku or Gohan. She can't do damage to Cell Jr. or Android 16. She can't do damage to Fat Boo. Okay, so these boys are way stronger than her. Also, it's validated afterward. The reason why they chose to use Goten and Trunks is because they're stronger. After Piccolo sees the attack that Trunks lands on Fat Boo, he knows that the boys are the best hope for protecting the planet. He didn't know anything about the fusion yet. That's also a fact. So Omari is completely wrong about this, and I'm proving it. I'm literally looking at the panel right in front of myself, like. But let's listen to him again, though, because he thought he had something. In the beginning of the fight, though, they did say that. Right after is where they said all this that completely invalidates that. Check this out.
In the tournament, at the same time. She fought both of them at the same time. Barely broke a sweat. So come on, bro.
Barely broke a sweat. Android 18's own admission was that she was scared. She had to win. She had to do something fast. It was dangerous. Those little shrimps are ridiculously powerful, right? And also, Goten tells Trunks immediately after firing that scared her completely. Fire another one. Fire a bigger one. Fire a faster one. Like, he can continue to do that with more power. And that's when she says, okay, this is dangerous. She realizes she's completely outclassed, and she threw a lethal attack on them because she couldn't win, and she knew she couldn't win. In fact, the anime states that as, I think it's time you let me win, Trunks and Goten. It was understood that she was no match for them. But like I said, the Fat Boo feat completely proves it. Their ability to fight on each other's shoulders and completely dominate her was way better, because would Goku and Vegeta perform better if they fought Frieza on each other's shoulders? Or would it just make Goku perform worse? Exactly. On Namek, would Goku and Vegeta perform better against Frieza if they fought on each other's shoulders? Or would it just make Goku perform worse? Exactly. If they were in a costume that they were constantly complaining about, I can't see, Trunks. I can't see through these eye holes. I could barely move in this. They both complained about it. She was at a handicap match and losing and scared for her life. And they were also holding back on her. So every single element of this points.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, if they'd have gave 18 more trouble, maybe it would show some more potential to them beating Frieza. But, yeah, granted, 18 is much stronger than Frieza. But still, like, let's get real. Like,
you just proved yourself wrong. Android 18 is way stronger than him. They did damage, and she was scared for her life. They pieced up. And since you use that with Android 18, go straight to Fat Boo.
It's just no comparison. Her skill alone put her above them. What's Frieza? An emperor. His skill. Come on now. It's no comparison. It's no debate. Goten would get destroyed by Frieza on Namek. And it's not even a competition. Just use your common sense and stop wanking the fact that he's a Super Saiyan and Goku was a Super.
Ooh, he mad. Can you tell by the way he talking? He pissed off. He got pissed off in this conversation with Zack, and he mad.
Super Saiyan when he beat Frieza. That you can't compare Goku on Namek to Goten in the Buu Saga. There's no comparison.
Yeah, you can. I just did throughout the whole video. Not even gonna rehash it. Check this out.
See you on the next video. Oh, and one more thing. Let me know what y'all think who would win between Super Saiyan Goten from the Buu Saga and Super Saiyan Goku on Namek.
Goten, nigga. Huh. Goten. He fought Android 18, which Namek Saga Goku cannot do in any way. Trunks knocked Fat Boo, which Goku could not do in any way. Goku retreated to get training for characters far weaker than that. In fact, that Goku didn't even, a stronger Goku didn't even want to fight Semi-Perfect Cell. Yeah.
Who do y'all think will win that fight?
I've got the screenshots too, so I'll probably do a video here in a bit regarding that video, just so that I can show the direct screenshots, because homeboy didn't know what he was talking about. Let's see, Weibo Warrior again. He only went Super Saiyan 2 at the tournament, as we've seen by the lightning. That's false. That's false. He goes Super Saiyan 2 when he attacks the hatch, when he attacks the boot egg. My bad. See what I'm saying? These people can't handle the facts. But like I said, for a GT fan, he's honestly just unable to deal with anything. He's mad at he's mad anytime somebody he doesn't like is stronger, and his entire shtick is trying to make it seem like somebody who claps up somebody he likes is weaker than that person. That's his whole thing. Don't worry, y'all. I got the screenshots. Don't worry. Hey, I did a video about this already, didn't I? Let me see. Let me just take a look. Goten and Trunks. Let me see. Goten and Trunks outclass Android 18's power. Yes,
Actually showing people.
I showed this already, man. Come on, y'all.
You gotta put some respect on Goten and Trunks' name. If I ever heard you talking crazy about Android 18 as if she was tough. And this conversation tends to have people, including my homeboy Sean, including my homeboy Maniac, having a problem with the boys being given their credit. Given credit where it's due. Especially when it comes to Android 18. And as I've stated, the boys was on her ass and were proven to be way stronger than what Android 18 was. And in this video, I proved that not only that's the case, but that they were also holding back against Android 18 as to not kill her. Okay?
I'm telling you, man. I knew I had the video. I knew I wasn't making it up. Hold on, wait. Somebody on the book is saying that okay, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back, y'all.
Actually crazy. Also, alright, so let's start at the beginning. As you can see on screen, one thing that is substantiated immediately is that the boys are not jumping her. They're not just jumping her. You're not seeing the truthful representation of what either of these boys are capable of on their own. As you can see, Trunks says, not that way, a bit to the right. And Goten says, easy for you to say.
My fault, y'all. That's the Japanese version of Dragon Ball GT. Pan over there crying to GT Goku because she got beat up.
Right? He's having a hard time seeing through the eye holes. He's having a hard time moving, which they'll both say and substantiate. Check this out. Okay? Trunks makes it clear. It's hard to move. Openness. Damn. Okay, so a little bit later, he says, Goten, you should land some kicks on her. Goten says, I can barely see. I can barely see at all. Okay, so this Android 18 is fighting against a 7-year-old and an 8-year-old who at this moment are in base form. They can barely see. They can barely move around. And yet they're fighting her on each other's shoulders. On each other's shoulders. You know what I mean? If it came down to Goku and Vegeta just saying, man, you know what? Forget it. Let's just jump Gohan on each other's shoulders. And Gohan can't figure out a way around it. Gohan starts looking like trash. He starts getting humiliated, whoever it is.
So, y'all see, we made this point before. It was pretty obvious. Android 18 got dusted by a couple of boys on each other's shoulders in an outfit that didn't even fit, using eye holes, and they were holding back on her. They moved on to the fat boo feat. Okay. The guide says Goten don't have power the least bit inferior to his brother. And his brother's a Super Saiyan 2. Clearly, Omari has found something else that he doesn't like. And every time he finds something he doesn't like, he starts lying. He starts telling lies and saying whatever he wants to say, because this is a guy that doesn't know how to deal with anything he doesn't like. This is a guy that can't deal with anything he doesn't like. He will start lying all over the place and refuses to. He'll just outright tell you, like, no, I don't care. I don't accept that. Nobody cares what you don't accept. You'll accept it because you can't do nothing about it. That's acceptance. It's still here. You can't make it go away, right? You being mad because somebody marked you out in this conversation that you didn't know what you was talking about. And that's why you get mad. Is because niggas literally got the information to tell you that you wrong. And you are 100% wrong on that topic. I wish that you was right, but you're not. You're not right. Goku gets toe up by Goten on Namek. Frieza get toe up by Goten on Namek. He is way stronger than him. Like, so much stronger. Like, he's getting one shot. Any of them niggas is getting one shot. Like, I don't know what he don't get. But then again, this is a guy whose main flex for Super Saiyan 4 is my guy was unconscious. He's so strong, my guy was unconscious. His energy was so high, he sustained the form. Yeah, so was Goku when he got hit in the head with a rock by Krillin. And it's in a movie, too, where my boy was knocked out as a Super Saiyan. Yes, that happened. Okay? All GT Goku managed to do. If you got so much energy, use some of that energy to apply Kaioken to your transformation. But I guess you ain't got that type of control. Guess you ain't got that type of control or energy. Use some of that energy to wake the fuck up. But I guess you weren't able to do that, huh, GT Goku? You see what I mean? But here it go over here. But you can't accept the two boys humiliating Android 18 and landing a blow on Fat Boo and withstanding a blow from Super Boo and doing all of this extra stuff that you talk about. He can't handle Namek Saga characters. You flexing Goku's ability to beat Raccoon? Nigga, shut up. Kid Trunks landed a scratch on Boo Saga Vegeta's face in Super Saiyan. What's Raccoon gonna do? They beat up Android 18 and had her scared for her life. What's Frieza gonna do? Aside from cry and blow up the planet if he get the opportunity. But if he take a single punch from one of them boys, he won't have that opportunity. He'll have a fucking hole in his body. We're talking about Dragon Ball. There's no way in the world he can withstand the level of strength that comes from one of those pint-sized Saiyans. There's no way you can handle that. And you already know what the mechanics of this are. You just don't like it because it's Goten. I'm so tired of you niggas hating on Goten. I'm so tired of you niggas looking at these feats and saying, I don't care. He's not stronger. Nigga, you just looked at it. Although you tried to hide out all of the information, but my videos got the information. Go check the video that I made. It's titled Goten and Trunks Outclass Android 18's power level before ever fusing. Check that out. That's a good video. That's a good video. Let me see. Give me a second. Okay, so got some more comments said. Let me see. Also, this is bullshit. What does being a kid got to do with it? Goku as a kid saved the world. Gohan became Super Saiyan 2 first before everyone. Being a kid means nothing. Dog is tripping. Right. We know the mechanics of the Saiyan, so it's like you can't count them out. You know the potential that come from them. And that was the whole thing talked about. Like, you literally saw him press Super Saiyan Gohan while he was in base form with strength and speed. Oh, he got a little bit of speed. Golly. Goten is bopping Namek with Frieza's face. Remember that he was exchanging blows with Android 18, who was trying to win because of the money in the tournament. Yes. Yes! She wanted to win because of the money in the tournament. She was struggling and was sweating. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hold up. We gotta... Here we go. And 2, you are now a mod. Okay. Primus said Omari needs to stop power scaling if he's going to ignore feats. I've been saying. I really wonder what his comments are saying. Oh yeah, I need to go look at those. Bob Miller said in a fight to the end, I got 18 over Trunks and Goten pre. Nope. Because Android 18 was worried about her life in a fight that they was holding back against her in. They're not going to win. In a fight to the end, Kid Trunks is kicking Fat Boo into momentary incapacitation. In a fight to the end, Trunks is kicking Fat Boo. Android 18 ain't never had one moment that in a fight to the end, she showed us something that was incredible. That never happened. Respectfully, Bond Miller, that never happened. Android 18 has never shown us any exemplary performance at the end because it was a fight to the death. Never. In a fight to the end, when her life was on the line, she couldn't even do a damn thing about first form Cell. She left her brother. She couldn't even do a damn thing about semi-perfect Cell. She was 16, got a hole put in his, come on, man. And a fight to the death didn't save her last time. It's not going to save you against people with the strength to kick Fat Boo through multiple mountains when Super Saiyan 2 adult Gohan came. It's not going to give you the ability to lay a hand on Vegeta in the Buu Saga when he's stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. It's not going to do none of that. Sugar said, yeah, Omari is weird. Omari is very defeated right now. He feel so defeated. Like, so many bad things happen to you in a day that you just... where you really, a grown man, really break down and just want to cry because, like, not genuine crying, but he just so defeated that he's willing to make the noises because he feel like he should. You feel like you should make the noises right now because you can tell you feel like you being tore up. You feel like you being tore up. You feel like if it was anybody else, oh, man. But it's you. It's you. Rooting against the people that are the rightful winners of this conversation. Let's go look at his comments real quick. I'm gonna go take a look at that for y'all real fast. And we're gonna go through them. Listen to how he started the video. You can tell how pissed off he was.
This has been a debate that's been in the fandom for a really long time.
It's not a debate, little nigga. It's really not. All right, comments. He got 27 comments. Somebody said, I wonder why people debate this. They must be on his side. I mean, somebody said, in all honesty, he hearted this comment. So, in all honesty, I was always confused by this because not only did we see so little of Goten individually as a fighter, but because of the fusion boost that allowed for him and Trunks to contend with Super Boo. Like, damn, did the fusion really hacks their power up like that? Or am I lowballing them little MFs? In terms of skill, yeah, I always saw Goten as inferior. So basically, it sounds like that person whose name is Yomama Bit, Yomama Bit, YOMAMABIH. That's how their account name is spelled. It sounds as if they basically telling them like, nah, I always seen them as being stronger, but they just don't want to say it because they can tell Omari would feel clapped up if his own comments told him that. So Top E official says Goten was given, okay, Top E official. Goten was giving Gohan a hard time during sparring, and Gohan was even scared that the kids would end up surpassing him. The Dai Zenchu states that Goten is not the least bit inferior to Gohan. Base Goten and Trunks were legit swapping hands with Android 18. Base Goten and Trunks also beat Abo and Kato, who are stated to be Frieza level. So yeah, they are verbatim stronger than Frieza. The kids versus Cell is far more debatable topic. Somebody said, I think Laughing Stock Media has a good view on how strong Kid Goten really is. Hint, it's a lot stronger than you think. Ooh. Somebody named Grid says Gohan, and that last person was Broken Veil. Veil spelled V, it's a 3, a I, a L. They posted that 3 days ago. Grid 3327 says Gohan was training with Goten and Super Saiyan like they are almost equal. Plus, Vegeta didn't think that Trunks is a fragile child and he didn't get speed blitz. So no, you're not right. Goten is stronger. Thank you. Cookie says, Cookie 88729 says that's why DB was better. It wasn't only a matter of raw power, but also technique and skills. Ooh, so if this person is saying this, it sounds as if they're giving power to Goten. Everybody in his comments basically knows Goten sweeps, but they're being nice about it. So they said this is why DB was better. It was only a matter of raw power, but also it wasn't only a matter of raw power, but also technique and skill. The fact that Goten is supposedly as strong as Namek Goku, who went through insane training and trials, is just so dumb. It's not any dumber than it was when Gohan was born, but you just wanted to root only for Gohan and wanted to gatekeep and hoard all of the reasons why Gohan was what he was. No, nobody else. Now you're hogging Goku's DNA. That's crazy. You're crying because the same things that you had, somebody else can have, and you're saying it's stupid. Like, yeah, he's way beyond that. Shut up. All right. So somebody said, and you guys wouldn't have a problem with that if it was Pan. Yeah. So they said that's why DB was better. It wasn't only let me see. Nah, that was it. Oh, he throwing it back. He's still doing it. Goku Super Saiyan Namek arc would definitely low diff Super Saiyan Goten. I'm afraid not. You said, Frieza, even if you want to say he has more power, Goten cannot take a hit. He got punched once by a weakened Majin Vegeta that didn't even hit him hard. That's the little strength that it takes to completely floor. Like, it don't... What do you think? You think a Majin Vegeta can't touch Frieza and erase him? Yeah, Frieza's going out with that same punch. That Goten is way stronger than Frieza. He can take a punch. Oh, they can't take a punch. Oh, well, they fought Android 18. So that little punch from Vegeta was way stronger than a punch from Android 18, which Frieza would have never taken. You don't know what you're talking about. Now, Authentic Nerd 12 says Mr. Popo was handling 2 Super Saiyan kids with power level of 1,200. How would he beat Namek Frieza? His power level was 120 million. Let me see. Okay, so they're talking about the instance where Mr. Popo was playing around with Goten and Trunks, but as you remember with Goten and Trunks playing with Android 18, they didn't try to kill her either. Like I said earlier. Sometimes when you're holding back so much that you're trying not to kill a person, it becomes difficult to not overshoot it. It's a thin line to walk. But when we got you sweating bullets because this level of power, you say, is dangerous to you, no, they're stronger than you. They possess the strength to see. Popo didn't hurt the boys. Popo didn't hurt the boys. So that's invalid. Kabaka Solo, DBZ Universe, and Goten one-shot Frieza Namek. People can't accept the power creep. Android 18 is stronger than Super Saiyan Vegeta the first time. Worn out. Super Saiyan Goku is stronger than Frieza. If anything, Goten and Trunks had the advantage against 18. So yes, one of them is very much Frieza tier. Somebody else says, I always knew Goten and Trunks can't do nothing to Frieza. They don't know what they're talking about. They say Goku in the Buu Saga is 3,000 killie and 1 killie is 50,000 power level. So, no, let's get up out of here, bro. Let's get up out of here. I thought he knew what he was talking about. He didn't know nothing. Somebody said, just for the note, Gohan Super Saiyan is terrified by how fast Goten launched those rocks at him when they are just getting prepared for the training. Base Goten. He hurries to evade them. And team working against Android 18, him and Trunks giving her a hard time.